You were always scum.
Rebel scum.
James, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh yes, yes. Did you get full? Did you eat a lot?
So, I ate a lot. Not only did I eat a lot of food, but I also became the superstar at Reham's family Thanksgiving. Because they realized I'm famous because the Rebel Scum podcast.
What?
We got new subs. Some of Reham's family are subscribers to this thing. So shout outs to Tamer, shout outs to Rania, shout outs to Piana, shout outs to Beatrice, shout outs to Baby Lamb. That's Piana's stuffed toy. I told them about.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Because I'm getting to know Reham's family, one of her cousins Googled me, right? And then, you know, all the things that you and I have worked on and just things in general. When you Google my name, a lot of stuff comes up.
It's pretty impressive.
So the topic of the fact that I have an IMDb page, thanks to you and all your work, they were like, wait, you were in a film? You have an IMDb page? So it was a good 20 minutes of just like combing the internet for me. So I appreciate their support and subscribing to this. They'll probably never watch this.
Especially with how bad the internet is right now.
Whatever.
It's like the worst show to start with.
Oh, absolutely. Like,
Yeah.
really? Yeah, I don't really want to show this. Anyways, this is the Rebel Scum podcast. I'm Brock.
I'm James.
He's James.
And I don't know anybody that you just said, but thanks
Episode
for joining
180.
us at 180. This is going to be a fun show.
Super good today. James, it's been a while.
It's been a long time. I have some Star Wars stuff to show you again. Remember last week 2 weeks ago we ended
It's
it.
gonna be great.
It's gonna be great.
186 episodes.
And the internet still does work. Check this out, Brock. $5 Fridays. My good friends Colby and Hunter got me these for $5 Fridays. I did pay them back. Not yet.
Ah.
Yeah. Well, that wasn't bad. That delay wasn't too bad.
Oh.
Keep in mind, these are all the $5 Fridays.
No. Nice.
Keep. It's still coming. Look at this.
Oh, is that a cart?
Grief Karga from the hit show The Mandalorian. You know, that's how people's parents say it, right? We're gonna watch the Mandalorian show. And
Mandalore.
and my favorite sequel trilogy character. I gotta get rid of these. Hold on.
Finn.
Oh, check this out. This came in the mail. I ordered this like I don't know, March. You saw I sent you that's it's pretty heavy. It's bigger than the normal size. If you see, it's bigger than
Yeah.
the normal size. Side by side.
Yeah, I
But
guess it
it's,
would be scale, right? Like
Yeah, I guess it's
the Black Series.
it's kind of like I feel like if I was a kid and I had this, I probably would actually appreciate it more than I should, because it's pretty awesome. But these are shout out Kobe Hunter. These are rad. So I'm gonna start with this one. Well, no, I'll start with this one. Hold on. We gotta do it in release order. It's a Star Wars tin. It's a tin,
Oh.
and it's filled with goodies inside. Should I open it?
Oh, does that have a shirt in it?
I don't know. And this is the Empire
I think I
Strikes
saw that
Back.
at Walmart.
Empire Strikes Back with a very unflattering illustration of Leia. Leia looks like that Roz guy from Entertainment Tonight Canada in this one. Here,
From Roz and Mocha?
Roz and Mocha. Look, it's Roz, right? For Roz and Mocha.
Yeah.
And then you got this one, and then Leia. They were like, look at like Leia. Like this is my favorite
They
Star
had
Wars
those
poster.
at Walmart for each one.
Yeah, but this is what they're lunch boxes. These were the last ones. They didn't have Return of the Jedi. But should I open one?
Sure.
It looks actually like Lando's holding Ezra's lightsaber gun. Okay. I'll open up the original one, which you youngins will know as A New Hope. Us old people just call it Star Wars. By the way, I was on Around the Galaxy podcast a couple weeks ago. That was a lot of fun. Check it out if you haven't. I mentioned your name a couple times. I said Brock. He doesn't even know where Kyber crystals originated from. True story. I have no idea what a Kyber crystal is. Oh my god, that came off you. So much plastic. So it's a good tin. Maybe I'll give this to somebody for Christmas. I don't know. Not what's in it. The tin. What? Oh, this is pretty dope. Okay, so we got a mini planter Death Star. That is going in Aaron's stocking. Don't tell anyone. Mini planter Death Star. Oh, cool. A droid's pin.
Good thing she doesn't watch this podcast.
Socks. You can never have too many socks. I wore Donald Duck socks to my sister's wedding.
Is there a toque in there? I think there's a
no,
toque in there.
There's not.
Like Empire Strikes Back. No.
Maybe the Empire. This is not Empire. This is New Hope. And this is a commemorative edition Skywalker Saga.
Oh, sorry.
Card. It's cool. It's a card of the poster. So that's what came in there. I could do Empire quickly if you want, but I don't know. People listening are like, this is boring. So Brock, did you see the Mandalorian new trailer? There's like a second trailer, which I didn't watch, but I think there is. I'm not sure. October 30th. It's like a few days away. I'm done. Pedro Pascal was interviewed by Variety or Vanity Fair? Vanity Fair, I want to say. And did you read that article? I sent you that article. Did you read it? The delay is amazing. More garbage. It's just so much garbage here. Oh, it's a Yoda mini planter in this one. Look at that Yoda mini planter. What's a mini planter anyway? Oh, Aaron's gonna love these. Mini planter. Oh, Han Solo and Carbonite pin. That is worth everything right there. And then yes, the toque, as you said, the Empire Strikes Back hat right there. This is well worth.
Okay, yeah, I did see these. They were nice.
Yeah, well worth the money actually. When you consider what's in it. Anyway, did you see the Vanity Fair with Pedro Pascal?
Did you order these or did someone buy them?
No. My friend Steve was at Walmart. He goes, "Do you want these?" And I said, "Yes." And he grabbed them for me because they were on sale for $10. I got my nephew. I hope he's not listening. The Spider-Man one also for his birthday or Christmas or whatever comes first.
Hi.
The silence is deafening. All right, Brock, did you see the Vanity Fair article with Pedro Pascal?
Yeah. Yeah, you're frozen and the audio went away. The what?
The Vanity Fair article with Pedro Pascal.
Oh, you sent it to me, but I didn't have time to read it.
They referred to him as the face of Star Wars, and he rolls his eyes and says, "Can we just talk? Can we just talk about the child?"
You barely see his face.
You do. Apparently, he was shooting Wonder Woman 84 at the time, and he had a lot of scheduling conflicts. So the reason why he's not in a lot of season 1. He didn't even do an entire episode in season 1. It's because he was doing Wonder Woman 1984 or 84, whatever the hell it's called. Which neither him nor director Patty Jenkins believes will be released on Christmas Day. Neither one of them have faith that it will be. I don't either. I said this to you. I've been saying this for a while, Brock. 2020 is a wash. I do think the new Halloween movie should have a limited 3-day run, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, in drive-in theaters for Halloween. this year, then full release next year, but whatever.
I don't know what you're talking about. Number one on the box office, Hocus Pocus. That's
What
right.
was it? Number one?
1998 or 93?
Yeah,
I think so. Maybe a week ago.
So I read an article, and it made less than Tenet, but just barely, and it was in less theaters, so it averaged to selling more tickets than Tenet, which is. And they were like, this movie actually was kind of a flop when it came out. This is weird. But I mean, it's the witching season. It's a fun family film that you can kind of go and maybe feel safer going to watching. I don't know. I have no idea.
I watched it this weekend, so.
I bought it last year to watch with my nieces and nephew, knowing that it would be on Disney Plus like a few weeks later, and I was like, I was trying not to. But then the thing with Hocus Pocus is, I guess you can watch it year round, but it's very much a Halloween movie.
Oh, very much.
Yeah, no, but you know what I mean. Like, but I was like, okay, it's gonna be on Disney Plus in it was like 3 or 4 weeks. It was like maybe a month at the time. And I said, but I'm not gonna want to watch it for another year. So I copped it up. It cost me like $6. It was well worth the $6. And you know what? I will not be watching. Absolutely. Yeah, I will not be watching it on Disney Plus ever because I own it on digital copy.
We watched Halloween Town and Hocus Pocus in the same 24-hour stint, and it's just like, I think Hocus Pocus is 93 and Halloween Town is like 98. And it's just like, now I see the difference between budgets. Because one was 4 movies, one for the Disney Channel. So you're like...
Yeah, well, I think I saw the very first Halloween Town when it came out.
Yeah.
I feel like I did. Bad. Like so here's the thing. I'm pretty sure I've seen a Halloween Town. I've known about Halloween Town. There's like 400 of them.
Yeah.
But I'm on this like Disney Plus Facebook page. I don't know how or why I'm on this thing. Somebody put me in it, and now I've never left it. There is this crazy obsession with Halloween Town on it, and like people they're like, oh my god, and they're obsessed with it, and they love Halloween Town, and they watch them all, and then they're all like talking. One of them, I guess, they recast one of the characters, and people have gone off and like on rants on this recasting, and then people are like, no, the new one's way better. No, it's not. I was like, jeez, man. I didn't know, but Halloween Town, kudos, massive following. My favorite,
it's
no, I was just gonna say my favorite Halloween special ever Disney was called Halloween Hall of Fame, and it was hosted by Jonathan Winters. And he was a security guard, and they would show clips from all like Disney Halloween stuff, and they would end with the Headless Horseman song from The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, and then Jonathan Winters would have a pumpkin head at the end, and that was my favorite. And it hasn't aired in forever, and I can't find it on Blu-ray or DVD or digital or Disney Plus or. I wish it was, but we should talk about Star Wars. I think.
Well, we're on Disney Plus, which is a great. Jump off point, because I realized, I'm gonna have to pay for Disney Plus again soon, because I paid for that year, and wow, that year went fast. Because Mandalorian is today's what? It's like 15 days away.
Yeah,
so
we're halfway there. Living on a prayer.
Wow, so I'm expecting an email at some point to be like, hey. Or maybe I should check my credit card that they did just renew what I already had.
It might be an automatic renewal. You might have signed up for an automatic renewal, so
I'm okay with that.
I know you are.
Okay, a full year.
Absolutely. Well, it'll be November 11th, right, or 12th. The 12th that it'll renew for you. Yeah, because that was the year. I'm really excited for season 2 of The Mandalorian.
James, another thing I experienced this weekend was watching on Group Watch on Disney Plus, and it works great. So perhaps you and I should watch Mandalorian at the exact same time.
Maybe we could do like a group watch with our Patreons for the finale,
sure,
December 18th.
December
8th.
That'd be a great idea. It works super good. You can even send emojis to each other.
Hello. Wait, how do you do that if you're watching on TV?
You use the phone, because like the phone, even if you're watching it like on like, a Fire Stick or Chromecast or your smart TV, you still have to set up the stream, the Group Watch stream through your phone. So like you can't be on there. You can go to it, but you can't add people for whatever reason. I guess you don't have connect. You need something that because you send a text to each person, or it can be through any like type of messaging system because it's just a link that sends you to Disney Plus. And then once you're watching it, you can start, and then like on the phone, if you look down, there's reactions, and there's like 3 emoji faces.
Does it just play the same time for everybody?
Yeah. So if you pause it, it'll pause on my end as well.
Oh, cool.
So you don't have to be like, where are you? What part are you at? Which in COVID times is a thing.
Yeah, no, I mean, that group watch was perfect for the era that we're in.
Yeah, so we could possibly, it would be cool if we could message each other through the thing, but baby steps.
You know what? I'm at the point now where I'm just like, oh my God, I'm so tired of COVID. Isn't it exhausting? It's just exhausting.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting winter to say the least. But by the time Christmas rolls around, we will be done The Mandalorian. So that's something to look forward to.
December 18th, which means, no, look, you say that, but last year, I don't know if you remember last year, we had to go through all of freaking Christmas not knowing what the fate of Baby Yoda was after Jason Sudeikis took him.
But I was reading an article, they made a point, is like, it will not skip a week like it did last time because it had to skip. It had to like stop for a second because of the movie.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't. No, it never skipped.
Rise of Skywalker.
No,
Last of the Skywalker. Last of the Mohican.
It didn't skip. It didn't skip last year.
Yeah, I've been told
it didn't.
What day was it come out? Friday.
It was Friday. But no, last year it didn't skip a week. It aired
They're
on.
Missing a huge opportunity here.
I like talking over each other.
Mandalorian Mondays.
Man, well, they're doing that with their merchandise. But anyway, they didn't skip a week. They showed the one when the movie came out 2 days early on the Wednesday. They didn't actually skip it.
That's right.
Okay.
And then you finished it the day because like the movie came out on a Thursday, and then the last episode was after.
No, but anyway, we'll jog your memory later. We'll jog your memory later.
You're wrong, and this is why.
You're wrong, because I told you so. Although we're probably just misinterpreting. Did you like this droid Q90, Q90, Q9er? Yeah, that's how I felt.
Like the voice actor.
He wasn't. You know what? The Funko looks cool. I will say, like, it's a really nifty looking Funko. But it wasn't my favorite droid. It was the first thing in the Mandalorian that I was really like, eh. But I wanted the client, but he was nowhere to be found.
Like that episode is like the episode of Gargoyles where you meet the pack for the first time, where like you don't really build the characters that much, but you're like, this is kind of cool, and then they come back, and then you're like, ooh, very cool. P.S. I've been looking at Gargoyles on Disney Plus.
Gargoyles is a great show. I watch Gargoyles, Darkwing Duck, DuckTales, and all old Tailspin, and yes, so good. Gummy Bear, and Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers, and all the old Donald Duck
here and there
shows.
And everywhere.
Watch Alicia Keys sing that on Jimmy Fallon. I love the old Donald Duck cartoons.
But then going back to, that was the best. Going back to Pedro Pascal. Cool. Like, should be interesting this season. I don't know. Like, it isn't. It's hard to. It's probably hard for him to get excited because he's like, that's not me. That's not me. That's not me. I don't know. I think he does a great job, but.
Okay, this is the thing though, is he took the role knowing he wouldn't take off the mask. So if he ever complains about that, I don't know. It just I think, you know what, Pedro Pascal, and nothing against his acting chops because he's a fine actor and whatever. Patty Jenkins believes he's gonna blow up, but as great as he is, could they not have just had the stunt doubles do all the work and have like a voice actor come in, and like Jim Cummings come in and be like, "Hey, I'm a Mando." Like, you know what I mean?
I
It's
mean,
just
you're setting the bar too high. Just get that guy that does all the Star Wars imitations, or
yeah.
impressions. And he's like, I like the way you call me, Senorita.
But you know what?
Does a
Like,
pretty good job.
and I'm not saying I don't like what he's bringing to the table or anything. I'm just saying, like, I feel like when you have an actor who's not a voice actor, you were walking into this. Like, you had to see this coming at some point. Whether it's, you know what, it might, the rumors that were going on were, who knows how true they were. I don't really care. But on some level, he's an actor and he wants more, right? Like, even Cara Dune, whatever her name is, was like, I need him to take off the helmet so I could act. Like, I feel like no matter the true or not, it was always going to be problematic if you just stuck with a stunt double in there, and then even if you just had him come in and even if it was him doing the voice, I don't think it would be a totally different outlook on it. But I'm totally excited for the second season of The Mandalorian. Excited to see more Baby Yoda. There's so much. I mean, I guess the fear would be there's so much potential. How do you not squander it? Like, it's like,
I heard there was a second trailer that came out like this week. Is that true?
It's funny that I mentioned that to you about 10 minutes ago, but our internet was not cooperating. I haven't seen it. I heard there is a second one, but I didn't watch it. Like, here's what I was saying: we're 15 days away. They have my money. So I said this before, like, if I don't see that first trailer, I don't care, but if you drop it, I will watch it. Now, it wasn't like, I guess it wasn't smothered everywhere, so I didn't notice it. And because I didn't notice it, I didn't watch it, and now I'm fine with it. I'm very content with what I've seen. I've forgotten most of what I've seen. I can't wait to go back into that world to see everything that's happening, that's going on. I can't wait to find out what spin-offs we may or may not be getting. And I'm really, really just pleased with how it's turning out. But, well, how it's turning out, what to expect. But Brock, here's the thing: Cassian Andor series is supposedly shooting in November. Obi Wan Kenobi supposedly shooting in March, which you would suspect would be back to back with maybe a month in between gap. So if there is a possible Mandalorian spinoff or Mandalorian season 3, which there is going to be season 3 and season 4, we might not be getting them a year from now. It might be a year and a half wait. It might be a 2-year wait, because they're all going to shoot in the volume. And as far as we know, there's only one volume, and they're all using it. And Thor, Ragnar Loving, and Thunderous Loves, and all that, they're also going to be using it. So all these movies are not going to be using the volume. Shows are going to use that volume. So this next seasons of Mandalorian may not be coming up, but we'll also be getting Cassian Andor and Obi Wan Kenobi to tide us over. Is that acceptable to you, or are you like, no, I want them all?
I mean, I'm greedy. I want all of them all the time. My girl wants to Star Wars all the time. Yeah, like, I'm okay as long as they're putting out new content, because it's just like, I like The Mandalorian, but I would also like to see a different mindset. Filoni and Favreau did a great job. I'm highly expecting another great job, but it would be nice to see a new view, because we've had sort of the same. J.J. Abrams twice, Rian Johnson once, but I feel like the waiting time on Rian Johnson's movie, not that it really got delayed, it kind of got pushed back, right? But, like, you know what I mean? Like, those feel like we've waited tons of time. With Favreau and Filoni, it's been a shorter. Let's get some new ideas here. You know what I mean?
No, I agree. Remember when it was Rian Johnson's getting a trillion, and Game of Thrones guys are doing a saga, and there's all these announcements, and Star Wars became the DC of release dates. They took over that of ridiculousness, and I want it all also. The problem is, if Cassian Andor isn't that good, or if it's not the tone that people like, it's like, okay, that's fine, but it's not The Mandalorian. I kind of have this feeling that they're going to go Mandalorian season 2. They're going to wait another year for another Star Wars series, which if COVID's the reason, fine, but I kind of feel like they really dropped the ball on their series, right? Like, WandaVision's coming, Falcon and Winter Soldier's delayed. I just feel like with these original series, they've really been dropping the ball on release dates because they want us to come back, but you're not really doing it. So, well, I mean, I'm going to stick around, but so I feel like we'll get. The hope that I have is we wait until next October and we get Cassian Andor, and it's very good. We all love it, and then January we get Obi Wan Kenobi, and it's all good, and we love it. And then in May 4th we get Mandalorian season 3. And there's a and that's how it goes. And Obi-Wan Kenobi is going to be a short one. It's only going to be like four weeks, right? It's only a month. Yeah. So if it starts in January, mid-January, it ends around February, and then you get 2 months of to just sit back and not have any Star Wars for a while. Which as much as it sucks, it's good to have a break. You get that break. Mandalorian season 3 comes. You get Mandalorian season 3 for the summer, and then maybe. Short break and we get whatever. I hope we keep getting these Star Wars shows around Christmas time though, because I've really been enjoying that, and I feel like they want to, because that's when the yearly renewals are going to come in. But eventually that's not going to matter anymore, right? I would think maybe around year 4, so the November 12th date won't be a big deal. Like Netflix. Does anyone remember when they joined Netflix? No, exactly. You know what I mean? Like Netflix does, they're not like, well, we have to have Stranger Things come out on the release date to get people to renew. So that's what I'm referring to. Anyway, do you want to go to the odds?
Sure, let's do it.
The delay is amazing.
Never tell me the odd, brought to us by our Patreons. I know. It's good when you interject in the middle of my sentence. And our Patreons are Heidi Feder,
executive producer,
Barry Brophy, Dennis Allen, Mary Kristen Aton, Jeff Wilson, Phil Standenforth, Sooner Thrawn, Scott D, Josh Price, Matt W,
Rez, Frank Perkins, Neil Lowry, D. Raven, Spencer, Gleek Play 1, Automated Joy, Disney, Desi, Charlotte, Kayla Davis, Aaron Quinton, Jared, Cocaine, Girls with Sabers, and The Den of Nerds. Do you think he wears a lot of denim, though?
He likes DC now. Or was it that he likes DC?
I think he likes DC. I think he's still like a hardcore Marvel guy. He used to make fun of me for liking Batman v Superman.
He's a stand for Stanley.
I never tell the odds. I'm just trying to pull them up here. I lost them quickly. By the way, our top 5 today is exquisite. Will the Cassian Andor series be a true war show? Will it be hardcore war like they promised Rogue One would be before they did all the reshoots and made it a Star Wars movie, which I was very appreciative of, even though I do love war films?
See, I can't see it. I see it more as a spy espionage kind of show.
Love it.
But perhaps they can work it. Like, wouldn't it be great if they could work like Solo into it somehow? Like, not actually have Han Solo, but like the world that we kind of got a little taste of. Like, put Enfys Nest in there somehow. So that'd be interesting. But then they could be the soldiers that are. I don't know. But I'm gonna go 55%. I don't know what to call it. Are they at war prior to Rogue One? I don't know.
I'm gonna go 35%. I think I'm with you. It's gonna be more of the espionage James Bond style than the war movie that we were kind of promised with Rogue One. But nobody seems to wish it was something that was. Everybody likes that movie because it's a lot of fun. Yeah. Next, the odds of Mando. Will Mando be unmasked twice this season? We'll see him unmasked 2 times. No more, no less.
I'm gonna go low. I'm gonna go 20%. There will be points where he's not wearing a mask, but it's a flashback. So it's not really an unmasking, but it's because he doesn't have a mask yet.
Why wouldn't he have a mask?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he have a
But
mask?
I could see almost no mask coming off next season. Because he's not fully Mandalorian yet. I don't know.
Oh, you mean
Perhaps he's young.
Oh, so you mean like flashbacks? Gotcha. I'm gonna go 11%.
Yeah.
Either you have it or you don't. Final odd: the odds that Yoda will appear in the Obi Wan Kenobi series.
Yeah. I don't know. Stay true to the character. He doesn't want to take his mask off, so. Gonna go high. I'm really gonna go high. 80%. Like, I feel like you gotta. Like, you're running out of chances to put Yoda in things, so.
I'm gonna go 68.8%. I agree with you. You're running out of things but Yoda and keep. Well, they're not. They're gonna find a way. I mean, I don't know if you saw this, but this is a Yoda mini planter. They're throwing Yoda everywhere. But anyway, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 68.8% because I also, Obi Wan. We know well. I mean, it's tough to communicate, but if there's flashbacks, how can you not have Yoda? I think it would be a lot of fun also to have more Yoda and Ewan McGregor. Frank Oz, Ewan McGregor, and if you're bringing Hayden Christensen, you can have so much fun with that series and still tell a coherent, necessary tale of Obi-Wan and Kenobi. Are you ready for the news?
You know it.
Holo news, da 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 da. Holo news. All of Reham's family just unsubscribed. Holo news, da 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 da. Holo news, da 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 da. My mic is off.
Holo news, the news you need to know right now. There's a new book out this week by everybody's favorite Star Wars historian Pablo Hidalgo that reveals that Mark Hamill's iconic Jedi Master Luke Skywalker was set to be killed off in George Lucas's planned Star Wars sequel trilogy. That's right. In what would have been Episode 8 for him, apparently George Lucas had a plan to kill off Luke Skywalker. This is all revealed in the new book by Pablo Hidalgo, Star Wars Fascinating Facts, out now wherever they sell books. Apparently Pablo released this piece of information the day the book came out on his Twitter. So if you don't believe me, head on over to Pablo Hidalgo's Twitter. It is there. Yeah, so apparently this book has all crazy facts, and Pablo Hidalgo, if anybody knows it, it's gonna be him. The Star Wars Hotel in Disneyland or Disney World, Florida, has made progress for the resort. Photos captured and shared by Twitter user BioReconstruct shows that the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser Hotel has seemingly advanced throughout the pandemic. They posted pictures and saying, aerial look at the port cochere of Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser. One of the recent changes is the walkway in front. And if you go to that Instagram or Twitter, there's a little yellow arrow that points out, like, there's a walkway. And apparently there's going to be a forest around it. So when you're walking up, you don't really see it. Or there's sort of, it's hidden away. There's a whole bunch of stuff, but they are making some progress on that. So that's very exciting. That hotel is still planned to be open by 2021. Rose Tico, she might come back. Kelly, oh God, what's her full name? Kelly Marie Tran. Yeah. Was interviewed and asked if they were to make a Disney Plus series of Rose Tico, would she come back? And her answer was a definitive maybe. When she was talking to Collider, she would only want to revisit Rose Tico under the right circumstances. She says, because Crazy Rich Asians director John M. Chu has expressed interest in developing that series. She said John M. Chu is so cool. I don't know. I honestly don't know. It's so strange. I had so much fun being in that world, but I feel like the pieces would have to fall into a perfect little puzzle, and everything would have to feel like it's the right time, the right moment, and the right story, like with any other project. But I don't know. So who knows? Perhaps we'll get Rose. I think she's an interesting character that deserves a little bit more of a story, but only time will tell. And finally, here's a fun little one. You got Halloween coming up. Why don't you head over to StarWars.com and check out their recipe for Dianoga spaghetti, which is basically spaghetti with meatballs with olives in it to look like the Dianoga eye. Everything you need to know on the recipe is over there at StarWars.com. Happy Halloween. And this has been your Holo News.
Holo News. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do.
Boom.
Top 5 time. Time for
Would
top
you
5.
eat a Dianoga pasta dish,
Yeah,
James?
absolutely. I don't even.
It's just a meatball with a big olive in the center.
I love both meatballs and olives, so I am all in on all of the above. I just got to comment on that the Luke Skywalker dying in George Lucas's Episode 8. When I read that today, and I was like, ugh. This is gonna suck on every level.
Yeah, and it was like in 2012, dude.
Yeah, like who? Okay,
I'm curious about that book.
Look, I would love to know what George Lucas had planned. We got what we got. Whether he was supposed to die or not has who cares? It's just of course he was gonna die. Obi Wan, they all die. They die. That's what they do. Jedi die. All of them are dead. At one point, they're all dead except for Obi Wan Kenobi, Yoda, and I guess Ezra. And now there's a lot of them alive. But at one point, when we were younger, there was only a couple. And then Luke was like, "I'm a Jedi," and they're like, "Oh, the Jedi are back. Let's do it." This is the most important top 5 we've ever done of the series of the Rebel Scum podcast, I should say. And that is top 5 Star Wars. Mine sucked, but top 5 Star Wars hairdos. And we want to know what you guys have to say in the comments below. I don't have Corday on my list, but I feel like honorable mention to Corday. I'm a huge Corday fan. My number 3 is Rey's 3 buns. Rey's 3 buns, hinting at a connection with Palpatine right off the bat. Brock, you're number 5.
My number 5 is going to be everybody loves him. Poe Dameron. Oh, the tousled locks. Perfection. You're not a rogue unless you have that locks. I mean, I guess I could make it Han Solo as well, but perfection. That's it.
My number 4, Ben, Kylo, Solo, Ren. That GD hair, it gets me every time. I look over at it, I have my banner there, and he's just like, look at my hair. Look at it. Do you like my hair? Kylo, Boba Fett, Ren.
My number 4 is Queen Amidala. Not Padme. Queen Amidala.
Yeah.
Phantom Menace. You got to give it up for that. Those choose one. It doesn't matter which one.
I'll go. But my number 3 is Chewbacca.
Cool.
No, I've got mine. We're good. Number 3, Chewie, because Chewie is hair. He is hair. The end.
My number 3 is gonna be Phantom Menace Obi Wan, just because it's the first time we see a Padawan ponytail or
the braid.
What do you call that? Braid. Yeah. Beautiful.
My number 3.
Perhaps it's not just Obi Wan; it's just the Padawan haircut.
So I put Rey buns number 5, but I should have made it Holdo. I like Holdo's hair a lot. Her pink purple hair.
Yeah.
But my number 2 is gonna have to be every single hairdo we see Amidala in, Queen or Padme, doesn't matter.
Okay.
Every time she walks the screen, you're like,
That's true.
they're just trying to be crazy now. And I appreciate the crazy, Mr. Lucas. I appreciate that crazy.
My number 2. Good old bunhead. Princess Leia in A New Hope, like the haircut that launched the series.
Yeah, and that's my number 1, and that's why you're wrong with your number 1, because that is the most important hairdo in the history of cinema, is Leia's buns.
No,
You ain't got Han unless you got buns, hun.
the most important haircut. You already said it. Chewbacca.
But it's not really a cut.
Maybe he's born with it. Maybe he's from Kashyyyk.
You can't deny the.
You know I'm gonna put Chewbacca number 1.
I knew
hair.
as soon as I did my list, I'm like, oh, okay. Well, he's put Chewie down as number 1. The minute I make a top 5 decision, I'm like, well, he just put Chewie down. I can see that right now. This is episode 186 of the Rebel Scum podcast. Let's see all of your Chewbacca, wonderful Chewbacca figures.
I took a tip out of your own book and went to Dollarama and bought something. It lights
They
up.
had that at Dollarama?
Oh, there it is. Yeah, there it goes.
That's not on
really
my.
tough.
I've never seen that on my Dollarama.
I know. That's why I bought it.
That's amazing. That's a great dollar. I have Dollarama. That is a fantastic deal. And it looks great too. I like the artwork. I thought it was like a stuff, like a pillow or a cookie. Oh, that would make a great cookie. Episode 186 of the Rebel Scum podcast. He's Brock. I'm James. Did you have fun today, Brock?
I always have fun with you, James.
What did you learn today?
7-second delays.
That was the quickest delay we've had all night, so that's great, though. Oh, by the way, you're going to appreciate this, Brock. It's October. October month on the calendar is Chewie for the Wookiee. It is Chewie. Chewie. October is Chewie month. We have 2 more episodes this month to bring to everybody. We were delayed. Maybe we should double up a week or something. We'll figure it out. But anyway, Chewie is this month. This has been a lot of fun. Any last words for everybody who's made it this far? Thank you.
Get ready to renew your Disney Plus, because Mandalorian will be here anytime. So, yeah, man.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm excited. All right. Star Wars is awesome. Star Wars is great. We're all here. Thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it. As I said, he's Brock. I'm James, but the thing that separates us is he was always Scum.
Rebel Scum.
Okay.
Hey scumbags, thanks for watching. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up on our video. As always, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Rebel Scum Podcast, for all the latest videos.